Are we there yet?
No.
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 Are we there yet?
You little...
Homer, I think we're there.
Woohoo!
Springfield comes to Universal Studios. It's the all-new Simpsons ride.
Happy times.
Don't miss it!
In 2008, Springfield, home of The Simpsons, opened at Universal Studios in Orlando and Hollywood. It is a uniquely themed land to say the least, inspired by the classic TV sitcom, The Simpsons. There are tons of hidden things crammed into this small land, however, that the average guest may not know about. So let's dive right into some of these nooks and crannies. This is the top 5 secrets of Springfield, home of The Simpsons. A lot of people may know about the London phone booth just outside of Diagon Alley and King's Cross Station, where you can contact the Ministry of Magic. But did you know that The Simpsons has their very own version of this? It may not be themed to anything like a classic British phone booth, but the payoff from trying it out is just as sweet. It can be found right outside the Quickie Mart. It shouldn't be too hard to find considering Nelson is standing there mocking you to pick up the phone. If you do manage to pick it up, you'll hear various Simpson characters on the other line.
Hi, Professor Frink here. If you find the highly radioactive material that I have lost, please bring it directly over to my lab. Do not fool around. If the radiation gives you a third arm, do not worry. That is perfectly normal.
It also does change every time you pick it up, giving you a different fun experience every time. So be sure to try it out on your next visit out to the park. You won't be disappointed. The next secret brings us to Moe's Tavern. This real-life recreation from the series has it all. Duff Beer, the Flaming Moe, but it also has the Love Tester. It looks exactly screen accurate too. Not only is it for looks though, but it actually works. In the show, we see Simpsons characters testing out how in love they are by pulling on the joystick. Well, now it's your turn. This is something many may miss when ordering themselves a Duff Beer at the bar, but is a fun nod to the show that we highly recommend trying. If you're with your significant other, however, you may make them very happy if you score high, or very upset if you score low. So proceed at your own risk. Now we head away from Fast Food Boulevard and into Krusty Land. The Simpsons ride, that is. While you're waiting, and probably ignoring the pre-show video up on screen unlike me, who is always interested in a good pre-show video, you may miss a fun callback to what stood in this ground before. For those who somehow didn't know, the fan favorite Back to the Future The Ride once stood in the same space at both the Florida and Hollywood locations. Did you know though, that they paid tribute to the defunct attraction inside the queue? On the TV screens, you can see Doc Brown signing the papers to keep the Institute of Future Technology open for several more years. When the contractor is struck by the time-traveling DeLorean, he has no choice but to sell his property to Krusty the Clown. This adds a whole new level of world building and storytelling to the attraction. It also raises the question, is The Simpsons canon with Back to the Future? Now the next one may not be considered a secret to some and more of an animation mistake that I have recently noticed, but still may be something worth mentioning. It takes us finally onto the ride, and is near the beginning when Sideshow Bob is trying to kill you. As you, followed by Homer, are running backwards down the condemned roller coaster track, take note at Homer's feet. You will notice planks of the coaster track are missing, adding to the fact that it has been, indeed, condemned, which you can see by the warning signs as you go up at the start of the ride. It's easy to miss, but somehow Homer can run over mid-air in the empty spaces from the missing slabs of wood. Like I said, this is more of an animation mistake, but this is also something I haven't really seen anybody mention when talking about the ride. For my last secret, we're gonna bring up the Simpsons ride again. It's no secret that Universal's biggest competitor is Disney, so it would only make sense to sometimes have subtle references to them in their rides and attractions. We've seen them do it time and time again. For example, Shrek 4D has plenty of references, but the Simpsons ride may have more than what meets the eye. You will notice plenty of callbacks, such as one for the Haunted Mansion, as seen in this advertisement for the Haunted Condo. Other references are for Pirates of the Caribbean, It's a Small World, the Hall of Presidents, the Jungle Cruise, and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You can even spot the tagline for Krusty Land, which is the crustiest place on Earth. This is of course making fun of Disneyland's tagline, the happiest place on Earth. On top of all this, they even decided to throw in a few references to their own properties, such as Jurassic Park. There's plenty more references to find, but I'm gonna let you have a little fun on your next visit out to the park to see how many more you can spot. Well, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode of ParkTwister.
The worst episode ever.
If you're new here, we talk about theme parks on the channel all the time, so be sure to subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, then go ahead and hit that like button. It really does help us out. If you would like to support us even farther, then go and follow ParkTwister on Twitter and Instagram. You can also become an official Twister on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Any contribution helps out to the channel. Or you can get exclusive ParkTwister merchandise. All the links are in the description below. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. I'll catch you here next time.